Welcome to More Fanime. I'm your fan of More Anime. What's up, everybody? Today, I want to talk about Pirate Warriors 4. Yes! A 2-year-old game, I believe, maybe 2.5 years old at this point. It came out in 2020. It is the sequel to Pirate Warriors 3, believe it or not. This is a damn good game. I'm not usually into the hack and slash type of game because they do tend to get a little repetitive. And, the Warriors type games, they get pretty repetitive. When, as a kid, I played the Gundam Warriors games, and I thought those were pretty fun. So I thought, I love One Piece. And when I use the word love, I mean I love One Piece. So I thought, let's hop right in. Let's buy Pirate Warriors 4. I did dabble in Pirate Warriors 3 first, just to see how it was. It was only like $9.99, and I really enjoyed Pirate Warriors 3. But it didn't take too long before I decided, let's hit the upgrade button and let's hop into Pirate Warriors 4. And I got it for my Nintendo Switch. And I was like, let's do this. Let's have a good time. And I'll be honest, I was a little wary of the graphics on the Switch. I think that the Pirate Warriors 4 is such a hefty boy, the Switch can't really handle it that much. I mean, it's a good game on the Switch. It works. It doesn't crash. You can play the entire game, but you can tell that there's something lacking. You get a lot of pixelation. I did end up beating it on the Switch. But then, soon after, I bought myself an Xbox Series S, and I decided, why not give Pirate Warriors 4 its, just desserts? Why not give it the old college try one more time? But this time on a more advanced piece of equipment with the Xbox Series S, and wow, was it an upgrade. It looks better, it runs better. I think there's more enemies on the map at one time. It's fantastic. It really is fantastic. I mean, the gameplay is fun. It doesn't really get repetitive because you have so many unique One Piece characters to choose from. They all feel different. I love that if you're Frankie, you feel like Frankie. You have the weapons left and the strong right, and he can go into the General Frankie mode. He's got the nipple lights. I mean, you really feel like you're playing as Frankie. And one thing that I really love about Pirate Warriors over some other, video games, anime video games, is that it's easy to learn, even for people who are just casual gamers, like my wife, who is a casual video gamer, who won't normally play games with me if they're overly complicated. But Pirate Warriors 4 was just her jam. All you do was beat up a bunch of bad guys running around, kicking ass, taking names. I mean, why not? And it's based around One Piece. It's a perfect mashup of genres. I mean, like I said, I'm not a big hack and slasher, but I've spent hour upon hour upon hour playing this Pirate Warriors 4 game at this point. I beat it completely on the Switch. I'm on my way to beating it completely on the Xbox. I'm already in Wano, their version of Wano, just so you know. When Pirate Warriors 4 was being developed and when it dropped, Wano had yet to be finished, if that makes sense. And they had to come up with their own version of Wano. So I'm having fun with that, seeing how they decided to spin the story, since now I do know how Wano actually ends. I mean, you're not going to get Gear 5th or anything like that. but you're going to have a good time. They've incorporated characters that weren't actually in Wano into the story. The cutscenes, most of them are gorgeous. Some of them are kind of kumsa, kind of lacking. They seem like they're from Pirate Warriors 3, but it does seem like the cutscenes that were made for this game are gorgeous, and I love just sitting there and watching things that happened in the anime or the manga reanimated in this, 3D CGI type video game animation. It's a good time. There's no English dub in Pirate Warriors 4. Rarely do you ever see an English dub in a One Piece game, and that was something I had to cope with when I first got into this series. That it just doesn't really happen for the video games. Luckily, the One Piece Japanese is fucking amazing, so you don't gotta worry there. And then usually on the Xbox Series S, I'm just playing anime music while in the background anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Pirate Warriors 4 is fan-fucking-tastic, and I highly recommend you pick it up. You go through the story. They do skip a lot of big moments, like Skypiea, like Arlong Park. They kind of jump right into Alabasta, but they skip a lot of the smaller arcs in the story, and they really focus in on the ones that really affect the plot of the One Piece that, they kind of just skip on by. They'll give you a little summary of what happened between islands, but you really don't get to do all of them. It's really just the highlights. Like, they don't even do Punk Hazard, which was kind of disappointing. They did remove some characters from Pirate Warriors 3, and I was like, what the hell? Where's Garp? Where's Kuma? Where's Bellamy? I would have loved to play as Bellamy. There's plenty of characters to play as, but the fact that you can't play as Bellamy with his spring hopper fruit thing, that would have been an absolute blast. Don't tell me that wouldn't have been fun. He's in the game. His character model is in the game. You fight Bellamy at Dressrosa, but you can't use him? Come on. I know he's not like a main antagonist or anything. Technically, he was the main antagonist of the Jaya arc, so there's that. But they do skip on by Jaya just like they do Skypiea, so I understand. But I can't imagine a world, a video game without concluding Eneru or Enel. I mean, that dude was a major antagonist. Don't say what you will about Skypiea as an arc. I think it's fantastic. Fucking Enel is A-tier villain. We need this dude as a playable character in every One Piece game. That's like leaving Raditz out of a Dragon Ball game. I'm looking at you, Dragon Ball fighters. But it's not something that's gonna bug me. Usually I'm just running around playing as Luffy or one of the Straw Hats anyway. But I do really love the inclusion of Cracker from Whole Cake Island, who's part of the DLC. There's definitely not enough DLC characters. There's about 9 of them, and Judge is one of them, and I haven't even touched the guy, to be honest. And there's a few others I just haven't even dove into yet. You can be every member of Germa 66, and I really haven't tried any of them. I think I tried Reiju once, and I think she was fun. But I would have preferred other characters like Bellamy or Arlong. Arlong, one of the best villains in the entire series. The villain, the arc that put One Piece on the map, that really made One Piece an amazing anime/manga, and I think that Arlong should have been included at least in DLC. Same with Enel. Come on. I like that they let us play as Cracker and Kinemon. I had a great time playing as Kinemon. I slowly became a big fan of the guy during the Wano arc, so I'm glad that he was available as DLC. And of course, as a big fan, I highly suggest you buy the deluxe edition when it goes on sale. I got this bad boy on sale both times, and it's worth every penny. If you buy it at full price, it's worth every penny. I'm telling you guys, it's a damn good game. Would I recommend this game to somebody who is not a One Piece fan? That's a question. Or someone, I would say that someone who hasn't watched One Piece. Because if you've watched all of One Piece, or at least the first 100 episodes, or read the first 100 chapters, you're probably a fan of One Piece because it's fucking fantastic. So people who haven't read or given it an opportunity to take over their lives, yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend this game because it is very ingrained in the One Piece story, obviously. But I mean, if you're just into hacking and slashing and you like pirates and you like anime and you just want a little bit of a highlight of the One Piece story, it's a damn good ride. Worth your time. I highly recommend you go to 3 then 4, because then you get a little bit more of the story, because they don't really tell much of the first half of One Piece in this game. I do know that once you beat the game, you can go through the story again in free battle and just use whoever you want in any match, any battle. I do appreciate the fact, compared to Pirate Warriors 3, the maps in this game are fucking gorgeous. They look very much like the maps from the anime, from the manga. You could tell the people who worked on the maps for Pirate Warriors 4 really did their research, or they were actual One Piece fans, and I really appreciated that myself. That was one of the things that really set Pirate Warriors 4 apart from 3. I think 3 had its own unique fighting style type of team-up combo move thing that was kind of fun that 4 did not adopt. But 4, you get to include customizable move sets. Every character has 4 special moves. Some of them are attacks, some of them heal you, some of them are special abilities that like poison your opponent and whatnot. And you can customize that and unlock more moves depending on the character. Some characters have transformations, like Luffy, who can go Gear 4, Gear 4, Gear 2, and his pre-time skip costume. I do wish, that's one thing that I really liked about 3. I think they had more costumes for the characters. If you didn't know, One Piece, every arc, the Straw Hat crew usually gets a new set of outfits. And the problem here is only Luffy really gets all of his outfits. Zoro gets his pre-time skip outfit, the main one with the white t-shirt. But there's movies, there's so many outfits that the Straw Hats have worn over these last 25 years. I feel like the creators of Pirate Warriors could have really sat there and came up with at least a DLC pack of Straw Hat Crew movie outfits. That would have been very nice. I would have at least wanted all the pre-time skip outfits for every member of the Straw Hat Crew. I hate the fact that you can't play as pre-time skip Frankie. You can't play as pre-time skip Chopper, the much superior Chopper, in my opinion. I mean, Brook has kind of been the same since the beginning, but he's a 100-year-old skeleton man. Not much to change there. But there are so many outfits in the movies. I will say it again. I can't believe they didn't. That was a wasted opportunity to make some money, because I would have paid $9.99 for a pack of Straw Hat outfits. I bet a lot of other One Piece fans would have. Because I like going back out there with the other characters and just seeing them in those outfits, running around kicking ace. Another thing that I was thinking while playing the game, because once you beat the game, really, unless you got a friend to play with you, or you just want to kill some time, maybe you had a hard day and you don't want to think too much, Pirate Warriors 4 is perfect for just sitting and gaming. You don't have to think. You just run around, play some anime music in the background, and just hack and slash. Pull out some major combo moves and whatnot, and it's a really fun couch co-op game. Like I mentioned earlier, me and my wife will play it occasionally together, and we have a great time, and we actually feel like you're in the One Piece world. My only suggestion, though, for after you beat the game is they should have had some kind of customizable map situation. Maybe you have all the maps available to choose from, and then you choose a certain amount of villains. Then you kind of pick your own little story that you want to play that day. And you can pick, obviously you can pick a difficulty, and once you beat the game, you unlock an even further difficult mode, which I say is insane, because I'm already playing on the hardest mode, and I have lost a few times, but I mean, I'm able to keep up. I'm able to whip ass, but I don't know if I want to step up even higher than that. There's really no incentive to go through the game again and just play the same maps with different characters. I might do it for fun, or with my wife, or my brother, or a friend if they want to come over. I mean, if you got another One Piece fan around, great. You can play this game till the cows come home. But really, if there was a customizable map situation where you could be like, okay, I want Rob Lucci and the CP9 to be the villains for this map. Or I want to mix it up and have a combo of villains. That would have been interesting, because it did feel like a lot of the time you would end up fighting the same villains over and over and over until you got to the end of the game, and then it switched to a group of different villains, like Perospero. But you see Perospero so many fucking times. I would have much rather fought Cracker over and over again than Perospero, to be honest with you. And you fight the chess soldiers in Whole Cake Island, and I think they should have had the Cracker creature, that a Cracker can create his own Cracker biscuit army. I would have preferred that over the way they just repetitively use the same character models. And I understand for the grunts, you have to keep using the same character models, but they could have thrown in a couple more. I would not have minded seeing Arlong and the Fishman army in this game. Even Hody Jones would have been a change of pace. But you don't really get that. You just don't. They kind of skip on by. You do get to, have fun dealing with the Dressrosa arc, and you have to fight fucking Doflamingo and the dude that killed Rebecca's mom. But really, I would rather have seen Senor Pink. Another lost opportunity, you guys. The people who created Pirate Warriors 4. Could you imagine if you could not only fight Senor Pink as Frankie, but play as Senor Pink, swim in the earth, because he had like the swim fruit or some shiz, and he could swim in anything. That would have been such a fun character to play as. I would have been all over the idea of playing as Senor Pink. He is easily Doflamingo's best subordinate. If it's not him, it's Virgil or Monet from Punk Hazard, but they skip on by that arc, so I see why they didn't add them. But even as DLC, don't tell me you wouldn't have freaked out if they announced Virgo and Monet as playable DLC characters. I would have preferred that over the DLC we got. I feel like a lot of the DLC was Wano-centric, and Wano is great, and I have a great time playing as these samurai and whatnot, but I would have liked a little bit more variety. It was really Wano and Whole Cake Island characters like Smoothie, and you're just like, I don't care about Smoothie. She doesn't do anything. I haven't even played as her yet. And, I haven't really gotten the chance to play as Chopper much, but I don't think you can even, maybe you can later if you let me know in the comments down below. Can you unlock his Monster Point transformation? Because I haven't seen it yet. Maybe I need to play as Chopper more to find it, but I feel like that should have been a no-brainer there for Chopper's final technique. But I talked about how great this game is because it is great. I've put so many hours into this game, mostly because I'm a big One Piece fan, and mostly because there's not a lot of One Piece games out there. I'm sure they could come up with a lot of good adventures in the One Piece universe. One Piece Odyssey is on its way, and God, does it look gorgeous. I already pre-ordered the deluxe edition where you get the pre-time skip outfits and Sniper King outfit. I cannot wait for that game to come out on the 13th of January, I believe, of next year. I know that is going to be one of the greatest One Piece games of all time. It looks like a fan made that game. It looks fantastic. It looks like they put a lot of love into One Piece Odyssey. But for now, I highly recommend Pirate Warriors 4. It goes on sale all the time. All the time. If you're just looking to run around and fight as the Straw Hat Crew, do it. Do it. I waited until I got caught up in the series to buy this game, Pirate Warriors 4, because I didn't want to get spoiled. Now that I'm in it, I'm trying to find all the One Piece video games I can find, because I love One Piece, and I love video games about anime, especially about anime that I absolutely adore, like One Piece. And I don't need to just repeat the same story either. Like, Pirate Warriors 4 is really just a repeat of the same story, but less than, because they cut out a lot of arcs. Whereas Odyssey looks like a new version, and that's exciting. You don't really get to see a lot of, new storylines in One Piece. I guess One Piece World Seeker had its own story, so that was cool. Even though the game wasn't perfect, at least you got a unique movie-like story. Whereas Pirate Warriors 4 is just a rehash of the main story, which is fantastic. Yeah, it's great, and it's awesome to play it over again. But I like to have something that's really interesting to, read or watch while I'm playing the game, something to follow, a little storyline to go through. One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. The gameplay is an easy 9 out of 10. There is room for improvement. I really hope, and I'm praying, I really do hope we get a Pirate Warriors 5 or some kind of amalgamation of all the Pirate Warriors games, including characters that were cut out of 4, because woo, buddy, would I be buying that bad boy, especially if it had lots of DLC and outfits and characters we know and love, and maybe some characters like Bellamy or Arlong, who never even got an opportunity yet to be playable. That is what I want. I want that, and I doubt this will ever happen. If it does, I am a psychic, but I want a way to customize my own maps and, have a good time, and, throw my own villains in the game for me to fight. I think that would be a way. They need more of a what do you do after the game? Not just, repeat the same story mode with different characters. That shit gets a little old. That's my own. I would say Pirate Warriors 4 gets an 8 out of 10 for this guy as a One Piece fan. If you're not a big One Piece fan, I would still give it a solid 6.5, 7. It's a fun-ass game. You're definitely going to want to beat it at the very least, and I'm going to be playing this one occasionally over and over again while waiting for One Piece Odyssey, and I'm sure I'll go back to it even after that, because it's such a simple game. I can play whether I'm not feeling too well that day or not, and it's a good unwinding game to play after work. Like, if you just have a brewski, you're playing a couple maps, it'll kill an hour, an hour and a half, Easy 90 minutes of good time. Something you can do without having to overthink. And I love that. The story's simple. You know it. You love it. It's One Piece, baby. And One Piece is life. Please don't forget to comment down below. Let me know what you think of Pirate Warriors 4. Also, I'm really curious what you guys think is going to happen with Pirate Warriors 5. Because you know it's happening. You know it's going to happen. Or maybe they should call it Pirate Warriors Gear 5. That'd be kind of fun. Maybe they'll do something like that. They'll probably have us beat the official Wano story and then maybe give us a little bit more after that. I would actually prefer if they gave us some of the One Piece movies, like One Piece Film Red that's coming out next month in America. One Piece Stampede. We could fight Bullet. Strong World. Oh, give me Shiki, baby. Please give me Shiki, baby. I'd be so happy. Don't forget to comment down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and help me beat the YouTube algorithms. This is More Fanime. I'll talk to you later.